handshake. I quench slightly, and I have mixed feelings as I shake your hand. My mind has broken the chains of my past, and I know it's okay to shake your hand. But the emotional conditioning of my childhood sends some small part of my psyche to the store to look for a disinfectant. While once again I feel the pain, the lifelong pain, the wretched pain from the almost hereditary teachings of my Southern boyhood home. I lived in Cleveland in the early 70s teaching high school. An important event happened during that time. I received in the mail a large box. I opened the box, and inside were photocopies of 11 volumes of diaries from my great-great-grandmother from the 1820s to the 1870s, 1,350 pages. Wasn't sure what to do with that box. I had my idea, my stereotype, if you will, of slave owners. Wasn't that interested in reading about it, put it aside. Put that box aside for 20 years. Till the mid-1990s, I was working at community radio station KVMR, and each year I was involved in Martin Luther King Day programming. And I decided one summer I would dig out that box, dig out those diaries, and study them, and create a program about my family history of racism. I worked on that set of diaries for about 150 hours. And I learned some interesting things. One thing, that my great-great-grandmother was a pretty remarkable person in a lot of ways. I also could see where some of the myths came from that I was taught as a child. If you remember that slave receipt we looked at a few minutes ago, which conveys the concept of slaves as property. This is written 4 years after the Civil War. The first two sentences are, to me, perhaps the most profound sentences in the entire set of diaries. The other half, at the end, covers a different subject. 4 years after the Civil War, December 25th, 1869. I am glad the slaves are free. Yes, I am glad. But the Southern people should be paid for the property they have been robbed of. Our broad fields and unplanted lands show the wants of the Southern people. And the property, of course, that she refers to of being robbed of was the slaves.